Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. WandaVision episode 4 has been released and we are back to the main MCU reality after 3 episodes. And so many things have been revealed. We finally get to know who was the person talking through the radio in episode 2 and who is Geraldine and her backstory and so many clues of what's going to happen in future episodes. We will be breaking down all the important events that occurred in this episode along with few Easter eggs. Before we begin, just a fair spoiler warning in case you haven't seen the episode yet. Starting with the number one and the biggest reveal which most of us have been speculating right from the start, it's Wanda who is doing this to herself and to everyone else in the Westview town. In the last 5 minutes, we see her confronting Geraldine, the part we didn't see what happened between Wanda and Geraldine in episode 3, and here she literally says to her that you are trespassing before throwing her out of the reality, which clearly means that she is the one controlling the whole reality itself in this town. She doesn't want to get disturbed and she is happy in this fake reality that she has created. We literally got a glimpse of her going full Scarlet Witch in this episode. Number 2. Dead Vision. We see the creepy dead version of Vision for few seconds while talking to Wanda in the final moments of the episode. That was the state Vision was in when we last saw him in Avengers Infinity War, where Thanos took the Mind Stone out of his head and you could see the crack on his head visible. To us, Vision looks alive in his full prime form, but Wanda can see the real Vision who is dead. Now the biggest question is, how is Vision alive and in this state? Did Wanda bring him back herself in the reality out of her grief, or someone else brought him back? If it is someone else who resurrected him, then one of the most popular theory is Mephisto who is doing this. If any of you have seen Ghost Rider, he is the one with whom Johnny Blaze signs the deal to save his father from dying from cancer, but in the end, Mephisto takes his father's life anyways. Similarly, Wanda must have also signed a deal with Mephisto to bring Vision back from dead, and in the coming episodes, we will see what he'll take from her. Most probably, it will be her newborn children. He is the Marvel's version of Devil. Number 3. Monica Rambeau's backstory. After Spider-Man Far From Home, we again see the events after the blip that occurred in Avengers Endgame and its effects. Monica was part of the entire 50% population of the whole universe that was wiped by Thanos when he snapped his fingers. She came back after Hulk brought everyone back, and the first thing we learn is that Monica's mother has died by cancer while she was gone. We all saw her mother Maria Rambeau in Captain Marvel movie, who was the best friend of Carol Danvers and played a huge role in the climax of Captain Marvel. She plays a huge role here in setting up this new shield-like organization which is SWORD, and Monica is an agent of SWORD and she has already been on few missions, and that to some extraterrestrial or space missions. Number 4. The town of Westview. Monica has been tasked to assist FBI in investigating missing people, which is when she arrives outside Westview town, which is in New Jersey. An Easter egg referencing the birthplace of Captain America that we saw in Captain America Winter Soldier, and Avengers Endgame. We probably may see some connection later on in the series to these movies. Once Monica arrives at the scene, she meets FBI agent Jimmy Woo, whom we have seen in the Ant-Man movies, the man responsible for keeping Scott Lang in house arrest after Captain America Civil War. They both find out that the entire town of Westview and its citizens are not known to anyone. Even the police denies hearing that name, saying they are actually from another town called Eastview. You could also see that name on their car here. This means that Wanda has literally deleted the existence of the whole town and anyone who is aware of it from this reality. Number 5. Saw trying to infiltrate Wanda's reality. We see Monica sending a drone to Westview and all of a sudden it disappears, after which Monica sees this energy field and she herself tries to understand it and she gets sucked in as well. After that, we see Sword sending multiple drones inside that reality, but none of them are able to send the signal back. They even send another Sword agent in some sort of protection biosuit through the sewers, and here we see that as soon as he crosses that energy field, his suit changes to beekeeper suit, and that's how he comes out of the manhole in the second episode. Now the interesting part over here is that whatever is being changed in Wanda's reality also persists once it is back in normal reality. That's what happened to Sword Agent's communication equipment once he crossed the energy field. It turned into some sort of multicolored plastic string. And also the drones that they sent were also transformed to the toy helicopters of 1960s. One of which we saw in episode 2 when Wanda discovers it on their bushes. Same with Geraldine's clothes. If we apply the same theory to her children, even they are supposed to be real in our world. which is crazy, and probably we officially have our first X-Men in the MCU. Number 6. Darcy picking up the sitcoms. Everyone is aware of who she is. We have seen her in first two Thor movies where she was working with Jane Foster and is an astrophysicist. She is always at the scene whenever there is an anomaly that occurs on Earth. Be it the Bifrost sightings in the first Thor movie or alignments of all the 9 realms in the second Thor movie. That's the reason she has been called by Sword to understand this anomaly. While analyzing the energy field outside WestView, she picks up a radiation that's been a leftover from the time of Big Bang, which shows the amount of energy Wanda is generating for keeping her reality intact. And along with that, she picks up a broadcast frequency which is being transmitted from inside the WestView, which is when she connects her TV and she sees all the sitcoms where she sees Wanda and Vision along with other characters who are residents of WestView. Number 7. Jimmy Woo's and Darcy's dashboard. After watching the sitcoms, Darcy and Wu are able to find the real names of the characters in it. The only person who has not yet been identified from the dashboard is Agnes. Definitely proves that she is also an outsider and probably not even part of this reality. And yet Wanda is close to her. She is definitely working behind the scenes here, and she is Agatha Harkness. Also, there are a couple of other Easter eggs that we found, starting with the number 1, Maria Photon Rambo. It was a direct reference to Captain Marvel movie where she was a pilot with a call sign Photon. Photon is also the superhero name of Monica Rambeau in the comics, and we may see her using it in the upcoming Captain Marvel too. Number 2, G-Man. We see one of the policemen calling Agent Jimmy Woo G-Man. G-Man is a direct reference to Ghost Rider in comics, who again is associated to Mephisto and Hell. There are many things pointing to Mephisto here, and he is hiding in plain sight somewhere. Number 3. Why hexagon shapes? On his dashboard, Agent Wu has also mentioned this as his number 1 question. Wanda has control of entire Westview town in 5-mile perimeter radius, but the perimeter is in shape of hexagon over here. We see these hexagons again in the opening credits of first 3 episodes. This is probably a reference to the AIM organization whom we last saw in Iron Man 3, who might be responsible for orchestrating this whole event alongside Wanda. Or it may also refer to Wanda's own hex pass, which he has just discovered that bends the reality itself. Number 4. Skrulls. If we look at the left side of Agent Wu's dashboard, we see he is suspecting Skrulls to be behind this. That's again a reference to Captain Marvel and her shape-shifting friends whom we last saw in Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene, and we will see them again in Secret Invasion Marvel series. He has also mentioned time and space as one of his questions. This again is a multiverse Easter egg where time and space are working differently. For us, it's a 30-minute sitcom episode, while for the people living inside Westview, it's an entire day. Overall, it was a mind-blowing episode and also the best episode so far. It was yet again a 30-minute episode and it will definitely leave you wanting for more. So many questions have been answered and definitely they have raised new questions, but this is by far the boldest Marvel project yet. And this episode would finally turn down any complaints that some disappointed Marvel fans had, and from here on, it's only going to get more and more interesting as more things are revealed. So what did you guys think of this episode? Let us know in the comments, and do let us know what are your theories for the upcoming episodes. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also do check out our other WandaVision videos here. We publish such content regularly. Thank you so much for watching guys. Stay safe.